I mean, it's a playoff atmosphere. You know, we know it's a team that's going to be in the postseason. We're going to be in the postseason. A division opponent, and every time we've played them, you know, over the years, it's been pretty much a war. It's been physical, close games, chippy, and this one was no different. You know, Chief hit two big free throws to send it to overtime, and you know, it was whoever was going to make those effort plays and, you know, get to those loose balls and have better possessions, and that was them tonight.
How tough was it to get back off that road trip and have a game like this? Kind of get back home, but it was such
I mean, obviously it's tough, but, you know, it's none of our first time being in this situation. You know that after a long road trip, that first game at home is usually a trap type of game. You know, you relax, you happy to be home, and you usually come out and have a bad performance. I thought we had a really good performance as a group. It was really competitive. It was an exciting game for, I'm sure, people watching on TV. The crowd was into it. So, I mean, it was the kind of game that we wanted. When it came down to it, somebody had to be better down the stretch, and it was them, like I said. I think it was good that the team we came back and played was an elite team like them, you know, because you have to show up and be focused and play a certain kind of game and be in it, as opposed to playing against a team that we think we're supposed to beat, you know, and that's a setup for a bad performance. So it is what it is. I thought the effort was there. You know, I thought every guy came into the game with the right attitude. We just came up short.
Hey, Dame, did you have a good vantage point on the play when Nurk looked like he got elbowed by George? What was your view of that?
I mean, I just feel like that you got to make that call. He got hit. You know, I thought I was standing right there. It was, you know, easy call. And I think if it's three guys out there refereeing the game, I mean, I thought it was obvious. You know, I mean, it was a shot. It probably wasn't on purpose, but it's still a foul. The guy goes down, and, you know, now the ball just bounces to a guy standing under there layup. So, I mean, that was a tough situation. I mean, the game still got to overtime after that, and we still had a chance.
What was the difference in the
was in the middle of a lot of the extracurricular stuff. Is it annoying to you to see that?
I mean, I really don't care. You know, that's his personality. You know, real physical and, you know, chatty and all. You know, just in the middle of confrontation. You know, that's his competitive nature. That's how he is. I mean, so I mean, I'm not irritated by it. It's what it is.
What was the difference in the OT, would you say, Dame?
You know, I think it's, you know, fatigue kicks in, and it's about who's going to be able to make shots or, you know, get to the free throw line and execute. And I thought in overtime we did make them work, but, you know, they lived at the line in that last period, and the shots that we got just didn't fall. So, you know, that worked for them on the offensive end, and it didn't work for us.
Do you have any feelings one way or the other when you would face these guys in a series?
I would love it. I think because every game's been competitive. Just like they beat us 4 times this year, we beat them 4 times last year. And I'm sure they still felt like they could beat us if it came down to a playoff matchup. I think it's a perfect it gets heated every time, so I'm sure it will make for a great series. And I know it's hard to beat. It's really hard to beat a team 8 times in one season. So
Why do you think it is that you guys get so even, these two teams?
I don't know. You got 2 top point guards who are going after each other. We so close in the standings. We in the same division. It's just part of it. You know, we one of the best teams in the West. They one of the best teams in the West, and it's his opportunity to make a statement.
Do you see any similarities to, remember a couple of years ago, you guys kind of had this feeling with the Clippers. Is this similar, or is it?
I haven't even thought about it, honestly. I just know when we see them, we know they play a physical game, and we come with it, and it turns into the kind of games that it's been all season long. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Looking ahead, some time kind of counseling Nurk about making it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about tonight's game?
I think he's Nurk is an emotional player. You know, he's competitive, passionate. You know, he cares a lot. You see him on the bench. He cares about the team. He cares about us winning. And you just got to be better about it. You know, I think he just has to control it a little bit better because it can be a good thing. You know, when he's getting offensive rebounds and going back up and finishing and getting to the line and doing good things for our team, I think is great. But for him in a situation like tonight, he has to know that, you know, all right, you already got one. Now, second one, you got to be smart about any situation, even if it's petty, because what happened was a petty situation. I mean, they stepped to each other. Nothing really happened, but you just put yourself in a position to, you know, be thrown out like you did, and now it hurts us. You know, I mean, we still got to be able to go out there and get it done, but we better off, obviously, when he's on the floor. So he just has to be smarter in those
The
situations.
Suns coming in, they're at the bottom of the standings, they've won 3 in a row, beat the Bucks. How do you feel about that?
Another tough game. I mean, in this league, you can't look at teams' records. You know, it's really a setup to come out and, like I just said, have bad performances and get beat. So, you know, not only are they a team that's capable, but, you know, they playing well right now. And a team in this league that's playing well can go out and beat anybody. The Bucks, best team in the league this year by record, and they beat them. You know, and they've been beating some good teams, so I'm sure they coming in here thinking we can get them too. And we got to have our minds right.
Damian played almost 48 minutes. How do you feel?
A little bit tired, but I think once you, like I said earlier, once you get past the 35-minute mark, everything after that is mental. And, you know, you got to tap into somewhere else and, you know, to your heart and just go out there and finish the game. So.
Seems like when you've had your 50-point performances, they've been in wins, you know, big games for the team. What's it feel like having a performance like that and just fall a little bit short as a team?
Yeah, I think this is my second time having 50 and we lost. I think it takes away from it. You know, you live for, you know, in a big game against another top guard. That matchup you want to play well, but you want to win the game, and we came up short. So I mean, it's my job to show up and accept that challenge and try to go after guys. But in the end, you want to have a win, and we didn't have that tonight.